Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through Zomerspel, which is kind of a brand new convention in Ghent, Belgium. And they're on their second year now, and Jen and I came up for the weekend to Ghent to check it out and maybe have some fun, play a few games. And I'm gonna do a quick run through for you guys so you can see what it's all about. Before I go in through that door though, this morning when we first got here, there was a line all the way out to the road trying to get into this thing because it's turned out to be a pretty successful little convention. I'm going to show you how. Now, before we go in, you'll notice right here from this volunteer that the theme for Zomerspel 2015 is pirates. Pirates, arr, matey. And it starts here, but it just keeps on going. Let's jump on in. And I gotta say, this is a very, very nicely organized, in a lot of different ways, nicely organized convention. Like for instance, if for families who have brought kids and you want to keep them busy, you can have them watch movies. Hooray! But let's look at this baby. The show organizers, just because they're crazy, decided to build an actual ship, a little pirate ship, full of treasure and all that stuff, which is where a lot of central stuff is going to be happening every day. This is where they're going to be showing off the quiz. People can take pictures and whatnot. But down here is where all the action is. So let's just give you a quick tour of all the stuff, and I'll try not to run afoul of pirates along the way. Okay, so tons of games, obviously. Whoa, a lot of pirate games. There's a lot of Black Flag going on. They've been doing pitch car tournaments the whole time, and there'll be a winner crowned tonight. In fact, actually, what was it? There's a Monopoly tournament going on for the Belgian Monopoly champion who will go on to nationals or something like that. It's got a lot of really delicious food. The food here is great, and of course, because this is a European event, there's alcohol as well. That's not something you see at every convention if you'd like, but you have a lot of food options. There's a couple of game retail establishments as well selling games. And there's one more retailer you might recognize. Hi, Honey Pie. How's it going?
Good. It's going very good.
Okay. I've just got the one lapel mic on. So Jen set up a little table. They were very kind and gracious to let her do that. I'm gonna keep on with the filming. Okay. Let's see. We got some more games over here. This is a really cool. I've never seen a giant Colt Express like this. Hello. Who's winning? No, but who knows? And then, of course, you got normal size Colt Express as well. Let's see. And then over in this section, they actually have, they got some more giant games. This is actually the first time I've seen this table empty. Giant size Survive. Hello. And some King of Tokyo. Hello again. Okay. Let's see. And actually, there's definitely space over here for family gaming. There's more kids gaming going over here. There's also some prototypes set up. In fact, actually, let's take a couple seconds and look at one of these prototypes. This one is called Die Piratenbande, which I understand means the band of pirates. And the interesting thing about this prototype game is this is a cooperative pirate game where players are all, working together to sail around this area and intercept and stop enemy ships and plunder when all players are working together to score enough plunder before time runs out. And a big part of the game is all the different ships have different loadouts for the different types of cannons. So you can get into, actually it's interesting, mind games with these enemies as they're moving forward, trying to taunt them to get them to attack you and waste their shots before you actually move in for the kill. You have to worry about wind as you're trying to move around and anticipate where they're going to go, and you only have so much time before you run out. So this is just one example of a really kind of interesting little game from designer Nico Pirik. And thanks for letting me take a look at it, Nico. And you know what? Let's keep looking at some more prototypes like Scuba over here from Martin. And I gotta say, this is a beautiful looking prototype. I was just looking at it. The board is very bright and colorful. All the cards, the art. Now in this game, what we are trying to do is scuba dive and spot all the wonderful, luscious marine life. Although, of course, in the real game, I doubt there'll be cubes with cute little googly eyeballs on them. But what's really interesting is, this is a kind of a lighter gateway-ish family-friendly game where players are kind of in an underwater race to to be the first to spot all these different life forms. But every round, you might have calm seas, in which case everything's cool, or you might have currents that start shuffling everything around. And then on top of that, as players themselves move around, Nox here, hi Nox, he just made a move that kicked up a lot of dust all along here. And that could actually interfere with other players' ability to spot the sea life themselves. And so that could be a really tactical move to try and stay one step ahead by kicking up the dust. Now this dust won't stick around forever, but by the time it clears out, the wildlife might have cleared out as well, because it can move on also. And of course, at all times, you're having to pay attention to your air, because you do not want to run out of air in this game. There's no coming back from that. And I was talking with Martin, who is an actual certified scuba diver. I mean, he's actually even modeled in things like compression stops and whatnot. Although that's, like you said, that's less in the family game, because you're also working on rules for a more complex, fuller version of the game too. Yep, cool. Well, so that's another one. I mean, again, more fun stuff here at Zomerspel. And on Sunday, there are even more prototypes coming out. Right now, I'm sitting here with Jean-Baptiste, who just actually described to me his prototype game, Planet Zongo. And I gotta say, this is really a very interesting game. It's, on one level, it's kind of a colonization, expansion, claiming land on the planet Zongo here. We're all a bunch of colonists coming on rockets, trying to claim land. But there's all these mines all over the place, which is really what we're competing for. But the interesting thing is, this is a bit of a war game as you move your pieces around on the board. But what's very cool, these black discs represent armies. This is a population. This is an armed population because they've got a weapon. And so they can move around and start trying to muscle other people out. But the problem is, if say there's a guy over here and a guy over here, and this guy beat this guy, so these people were wiped out, but they left the weapon behind. These weapons, they're very powerful. They give you the upper hand in combat, but there's a downside to them. There's a dark side to these weapons, because no weapon will ever be left on the board like this alone. There's a stage where anybody who's near that weapon, any population, is going to take them. They can't stop themselves. So, these guys who are left alone, they'll end up claiming these weapons. But then the problem is, at the end of the round, famine comes. And these guys, they spent so much time and effort getting those weapons, they are now going to die. They will literally starve to death. These guys over here at the end of a round who have a weapon, but they have the support of the rest of the population, friendly population, these guys can support them. So there's a really interesting twist. You can use your weapons to move in, but you might find yourself putting yourself in a bad situation where those weapons will turn around and end up making you starve to death because you can't support yourself anymore. Or you can do really cool moves, like you could just be over here far off in the distance, but you can affect stuff that's out there in the world, because on your turn, you can kind of direct this weapon, if it's equidistant between the yellow player and the red player, but it's the blue player's turn, the blue player can choose, hey, you know what? I think the yellow guys were really wanting those weapons, and now these guys, they're going to starve to death because they don't have any support, and that could have been done by the blue player. So there's a really, really interesting twist, and this fact that these weapons, that's kind of the theme. They're very powerful. They're a means to an end. But if you're not careful, they will turn on you. They can destroy you. And I think that makes Planet Zongo a very new twist on a standard area control expansion war game. And so continuing on, this is one of the side entrances into the main festival. As you can see, table upon table, the place is really starting to fill up. This section over here is all the strategic games, is what they're calling them. And the Zomerspel has a very, very nice library of games, and also a very friendly staff of people who are helping players learn how to play games. And the nice thing is, it's always easy to tell who the staff is because they're dressed like pirates. And of course, there's pirates over there. And let's see, over here, we have the thematic, so actually this section over here and this section over here. So this is where you're gonna play your Memoir 44, your Mice and Mystics, your Star Wars Imperial Assaults, etc., etc. In fact, I gotta show you, I love this. Before you even got to the show, you could go onto Zomerspel's website and actually reserve time to play whatever game you wanted. And in fact, I mean, you can look at this sign-up sheet where people had actually, this Mice and Mystics game at 3:30 only needed one more person, and so that person's already been filled in. There's going to be an Imperial Assault at 4. They're looking for 5 people, and then here is a breakdown of when everybody's available to teach whatever game you would want to play. And what games do you want to play? Well, there's a big old library over here of tons of really good stuff. Let's see here, what else do we got? So yeah, tons and tons of gaming. So whatever your preferred gaming style is, you're going to find something here at Zomerspel to keep you occupied. Okay, now this is something very, very cool. This is a Monopoly tournament with some very, very serious Monopoly fans. I have to tell you, this is such a big deal that the local TV station is here filming. And all these folks are competing to become the Monopoly champion of Belgium, who will go on to China to actually compete in the worldwide Monopoly tournament this year. And apparently the winner gets a something like 20,000 bucks. It's basically however much money comes in a box of Monopoly, they get in real world money. So, I mean, this is high stakes Monopoly. It cannot get much higher stakes than this. And I mean, these people are here to play. They are not joking around. Very cool. There is another shop here with a lot more stuff, and everything that's on sale here, I remember somebody telling me, is 10% off normal retail as show specials. And then over here, we've got the Flea Market, where attendees were able to put their own games on sale. I've got a couple of games. Let's see, can I still see it on the shelf? I do not see it. I think it's already gone. Oh, there's a lot of games here for sale for super good prices. Hi, everybody. And hey, everybody. Another element of Zomerspel was people could actually enter a contest to win a game with me. Don't know why they'd want to do that, but some people did. And I'm actually sitting now right in the middle of a game of Marco Polo, and I'm getting my butt kicked by a 11-year-old girl. It's very embarrassing. Let's just take a quick, everybody say hi to Shannon. That's Shannon. See, we call her the Destroyer because here's Shannon, and here we are all way back there, and there's Shannon way up top. Look at how many contracts she's done. We'll never touch her. And here's Jo Dorine, who also made an excellent video. Jo also has a video line you do.
I do, but it's in Dutch, unfortunately.
It is in Dutch.
It's called Table Nights,
Yep.
and we're doing video reviews as well, but it's in Dutch. So,
Yep. And we're in our second round now, right?
I think so.
Third round, we're in the third round. I don't think I have a chance, folks. Cross your fingers for me. I'll let you know how it all works out. Like I said, this convention is very, very family friendly. And the best way to show that is to come down this dark, spooky corridor that just goes on forever. Actually, it's going to take me a while to walk down here. Maybe I'll talk about some other stuff along the way. Oh wow, I didn't know this was going to happen, but apparently they are now using the pirate ship that they built themselves. I mean, they didn't hire anybody. I mean, the organizers of this just were so passionate about the pirate theme, they built this thing themselves, and now it's being used as a stage for a live improv comedy troupe who are here entertaining the kids, which is just awesome. I mean, I don't know what the heck they're saying, but I'm sure they're very entertaining. So that's just yet another cool thing happening here at Zomerspel. Yay! And now it's 9 o'clock and the quiz has begun. This thing, I'll wait till they stop clapping. This is apparently going to go until midnight or 1 in the morning. It's a hardcore game knowledge quiz, so you need to be a gamer to be able to do well in this. There's several prizes and whatnot, and I gotta say, this is just really awesome. I love this. How many games are in here?
20.
There are 20 games hidden in this image. Can you find them, folks? 20 games. All right. Over here at the end of the long corridor is this family area where they've got a bouncy castle. Hello. With bouncy swords for kids, or no, balloons. Right, oh that's right, yeah, they have a balloon guy, don't they? So, later on in the day, this room is going to be set up with a big, there's gonna have a big tropical barbecue. So this whole area will be full of people chowing down on delicious barbecue. But in the meantime, for the kids, there's face painting and there will be balloons. Oh, there were balloon animals done earlier. And as promised, it's balloon animals. So all the kids are definitely have something fun to play with when they're not endangering themselves on the bouncy castle. And as promised, it's 6:30 now and time for barbecue, which I think was something that was available for VIP badge holders. I'm not really quite sure about the particulars. I'm just gonna skip ahead to the front of the line. There's Jen wanting her drink. She's got her drink tickets. Let's see. Oh, you know, that's a bunch of, oh, there it is. Oh, there's the meat. Let's go check out the meat. Apparently your barbecue, all coal-fired. Oh, that's a lot of sausage. Oh, I can't tell you how good that smells, everybody. I cannot tell you. And there's an example. So, delicious barbecue on top of everything else. Zomerspel, best convention ever? Hey everybody, you know, I walked by this a little while ago, and at the time I wasn't sure. I thought this was maybe another one of those giant games, like like that what do you call it? Ticket to Ride over there, because it's so huge. But it turns out it's not. This is 989's booth here at Zomerspel, and I was talking with Bert. And the thing is, as big as this board is, this civilization game here, this is only half the game, because the other half is right here. These two boards together form the board for the game Mega Civilization. And if you are a fan of Civilization, you know, the old Civilization board game from back in the 80s, this takes all the ideas that are in that game, all the negotiation with the hidden calamities, all the technologies, all the expansion, you know, really simple streamlined expansion, and just takes it to an 11. Because this game can handle, what was it, Bert? It was 5 to 18 players?
18 players, yes.
18 players. This game supports with 60 technologies, and you know, a 5-player game you figure is going to be around 90 minutes or so.
Yep.
But an 18-player version of this game
will take 15 hours.
About 15 hours. So if you are looking for something like that, I mean, a really once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to have that kind of Civilization experience, well, you might want to be looking for this later in the year. They're planning Essen, or maybe a little bit after Essen, a late 2015 release from 999 Games, Mega Civilization. So you heard it here first, folks. I'm sure there'll be more information coming soon. All right, now let's get back to the show. Hey everybody, it does not look good. We just finished the 5th round. I'm mortified, but I'm holding on to hope as we do the final points tally. But going into the final points, Shannon, the 11-year-olds, is at what, 50?
Does it even matter?
Yeah, well, yes it does, yes it does. I'm not that far behind.
Okay then.
All right, so there I am, or there's Shannon, there's me, here's Joe, here's Karina. And so we do final scoring, right? So, what is it? We all have to do our secret goals, right?
Yeah.
So I hit all of my stuff.
Me too.
So I got 10 points for that. We'll come to you in a second, Shannon. By the way, don't worry, folks. Shannon's a lovely girl. We've all been having a lot of fun, but she's been destroying us for so long. She's been playing with a little glass kitty. We've all been playing with some of Jen's glass markers, and she is the kitty destroyer. So I got 10. And then I get 9 more because I hit all 4 of my targets. So I got 19 basically. How you like that? Oh yeah. I really shouldn't be trash talking an 11-year-old girl in a video. Right, so that was it for me. And then I got a lot of money. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points from the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then you have...
And I have 2 resources, so that is 1 point because I made it to Beijing. Final score, 34 on the round. Okay.
84.
And, okay, yes. And, so, are we doing?
We're doing me now?
Yes.
So I have
This
10.
is Joe.
Hi. So I have 10, and then do I get extra points for having 4 different? Yeah, right. I did.
If you made it to all 4 of those,
Yeah, I
you've
did.
scored 20 points.
Okay, so that's 20 then.
Yep. Boom.
Okay. So that's 60.
All right. Okay. Very exciting. Very exciting.
And then I have 3 points
For
judging.
leftover resources. Oh my
So
goodness,
I'm
folks.
tied, effectively.
All right, Shannon. You're tied for 2nd place. Aren't you excited? And now Karina.
Oh yeah, and 1 more point.
And one more. You have $10, so that's. Shannon, you're falling behind.
What do you mean with second place?
All right, and so Karina, who did not have the best game, which was interesting because she was the one who came into this game having played twice, and she is awesome, and we all love her.
Hello world.
Yes. So, which of your cities did you hit?
I have 3 cities.
All right, so that's what? That's 6 points.
Yeah, that's 6, I think. Yeah.
All right. And plus
Did you finish one of these?
That's just what I did.
That one?
finish.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And
And
then 1 point for.
a point for your and no resources.
No.
All right. And now Shannon, how many of your cities did you hit?
I hit 1 city.
All right. So you got one of all of the 4 cities you're going for. You found one of them.
What?
Two
No.
cities.
Okay.
I did the card.
Okay.
You got both of the cities on the card there.
Oh, okay. So that's 7 points for getting both of those cities. Plus 2 cities means 3 more. So that's 10 points for your travels. Very nicely done. And now,
Everyone comes in.
and there, yeah. So she gets 7 points.
1 point
Oh,
extra.
so 1 point for your $10. Everybody counts their contracts. Shannon has like 14 or something like that.
Well, I have only 5.
10.
10 contracts. I have like 6. So Shannon wins. She gets 7 points for that.
7 points, so that's 31.
All right. And is that everything?
Which means you win?
Hey, folks. Oh, Shannon. I rope-a-doped you.
It's all because it's good and because it's
Oh, that was a heartbreaker. Shannon, she had a long shot to do this, but you had to roll a 6, right? And you went for it, and that was it. You were that close.
I would say because if you didn't get it counts.
Yeah. Well, Shannon was awesome. She played an amazing game. She thought we were all completely destroyed, but I secretly thought Shannon cannot beat the Rahdo. All right, and so thanks.
For everyone except Shannon.
Doodles for everybody. Awesome. Yes, and that's it from Zomerspel, everybody. It's been a great show. I had a wonderful time. There's a bunch of wonderful people, and thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.